What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Nico here with Mario to discuss the Gilas versus New Zealand in this window, our last game before the Fiba Asia Cup this August. And we lost 87 to 70. But may mga konting developments naman. May mga good positive things that we can start off this podcast with. And yeah, ikaw Mario, what have you observed nung pinaparod mo kanina?
Bro, genuinely, for me,
Uh
like, I understand that we lost by more in this game,
17. 17.
pero I'm genuinely happier with how they played today than how they played against Chinese Taipei. I don't know, maybe that's just a weird thing for me or whatever. Pero first off, I want to start it with, I think,
Mm.
outside of Justin Brownlee, who do you think, who is your favorite best player this window outside of JB?
This window or at least this
This
game?
window, this window.
Ah, I liked AJ Edu.
You like AJ
AJ,
Edu?
yeah, he gave us a glimpse na AJ Edu with a Kai Soto. I like
Yeah,
that front line, something that we've been missing on. Nagsabay nga sila ng World Cup pero
injured si
at that
Kainon.
yeah, he played through an injury
Yeah.
tapos parang sinastagger sila ni Coach Chot nung time na yun eh. Hindi sila yung talagang sabay na at least
Medyo
nandun din
excited
ng
ako
World
dun.
Cup.
I'm genuinely
Yeah,
excited for
Kai
when,
and
oo,
AJ
pagka AJ,
magsabay at the
medyo
same
masaya
time.
yun Like, for all honesty, medyo masaya yun to think about. But for me, outside of JB and considering na you chose
AJ.
AJ Edu, for me, our best player in this tournament, outside of JB, for me was Chris Newsom.
Okay, yeah, sakto. Yun yung next
Yeah.
player ko sana pag hindi mo siya mention
Yeah.
eh.
Guys, I genuinely think Chris Newsom played a great tournament.
He
Both
did.
games, in both games, he was quite effective. In that first game, one of the reasons why we got back into the game, even if we ended up losing. But for me, di siya nagkakalat masyado. Defends at a high level.
Plus
Uh,
12 rin kanina. He was a plus 12.
guys, and honestly, outside of the defense, which you'd expect from him alone, yung scoring na napro-provide niya and yung stability, it's something that Gilas honestly needed in this window and for the rest of the teams. Kasi not to be but Scotty I think didn't have the best of windows in this window.
Yeah,
Uh
medyo nga.
I
Medyo
don't think
alat
he
si
had the best of
Scott.
windows. Uh I think a lot of this kind of really has to do with the fact for me na medyo PBA grind sila karamihan. And Chris has come from the EASL, Chris has come from the PBA and all that stuff. Chris was in the PBA. So I think maybe Chris was a bit more ready for this tournament, specifically for the international play. I'm not saying naman in particular na Scotty is better. Chris is better than Scotty. I think both are good players to have on the team. Pero sa window na to mismo, ang ganda nung linaro ni Chris Newsom. Yun yung masabi ko
Mm.
talaga doon. Nice thing to have for the future na it's a nice little pocket thing to remember to have. Yun yung first thing ko. Second is, um, how do I say this? I want to talk about yung AJ Edu point kasi you brought up AJ.
Yeah, 8 and 15
Exciting nga.
kanina. Mm.
Exciting, no? A little exciting na he's gonna be able to, masasabay nila sila ni Kai. Hopefully they get to have a good tournament together, 'di ba? The last time we saw them together was yung nga, nung FIBA World Cup, and Kai was injured, so he didn't look that good. At the time, yeah, people were saying, I think even I was saying that Kai looked bad. Pero now under Coach Tim's system, I think both Kai and AJ Edu
A-Day.
should be
AJ.
very fine.
A-Day. AJ.
Heyday.
A-Day.
Uh, yeah. Third point is for me, uh, what's it called? You can say whatever you want about it. But for me, lack of shooting pa rin talaga, guys. For me, lack of shooting pa rin. I mean, how else can we explain this? Na New Zealand was the hotter team from three. You lost the game against Chinese Taipei because Chinese Taipei were the hotter team from three. You lost the game against New Zealand because New Zealand were the hotter team from three. And I think at this point, not to be rude or to be rude, I don't really give a whatever. Is That's just the reality right now. We are not, I think, as skilled as these other players. We are not as skilled at shooting the basketball talaga. Yun lang talaga yung as how I see it at this point. Um, and it doesn't help that New Zealand weren't gonna miss today for some reason. Hometown nila, men. Nasa Auckland pa sila. That's literally where, I think, if I'm correct, I think that's where, that's Corey Webster's team. Corey Webster plays for the Auckland Tuatara. And then, and a lot of games are actually held in Auckland Arena for the NBL. Kaya, medyo hometown talaga nito. Gamay nila yung ring, gamay nila lahat yan. So, not that surprising for me that they were red hot. But, that kind of coincides with it also na our defense sa perimeter isn't the best, no?
Yeah, we have a yun nga matagal na this has been evident na
Yeah,
not sure kung Coach Tim era pa. Ay not Coach Coach Shot era
good
pa, but
shot.
we have a hard time. Parang people don't realize this immediately is we have a mediocre perimeter defense.
Yeah,
Lagi na late
alam
tayo
mo
sa
mediocre is
closeout.
right.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
sometimes nagkakagulo sa
yeah,
defensive schemes.
may
So,
problems tayo sa closing, sa closeout natin eh. And our pick and roll defense isn't the best. You know what's kind of funny? I don't know if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. Pero is not is what's this called? Is New Zealand's system not dribble drive?
no, it's more
Is it
it's a
not?
mix eh.
What is
Hindi
it more?
you cannot box New Zealand to a certain type
Okay,
of
I
offense.
get
But
that.
it's
I
just
get that. I get that.
more of they look for the open three more than they prefer to
I
attack
get
the
that.
paint. Kasi in both games, we were the ones na we score higher. Mas mataas ang points
Yeah.
natin sa inside the paint. Consider, yun nga,
Yeah.
kasi yung front line natin. New Zealand
Mhm.
has always been a perimeter type of team. They shot
Yes.
43% from the field. Here, they shot 50% ata nung game 1 nung sa MOA.
Yes.
Yun talaga bread and butter nila.
Iba
Ang
shooting
nangyari
mo
lang ng
talaga
last
well.
game,
Yeah.
in-overwhelm natin sila sa paint.
With
Unlike
Kai.
now, na magkalapit, 30 points
Yeah.
tayo, 24 sila.
Yeah.
And that's all they
That's
needed
a
na
size
parang
thing,
pasok na
guys.
yung tres, yung inside nila and nag-equalize.
Yeah.
Nag-average
We
out
did.
to 17 yung panalo nila.
100%. Yeah. And then for me, my point will not change no matter what you guys what people say. It is gonna be very hard for Gilas to win games without shooting.
Shooting.
Okay. Yun lang talaga yun. Uh People will say it's an off day, pero yung totoo guys, hindi siya off day eh. I'm so sorry Hindi siya off day. Hirap lang talaga. We're just not the best shooting team, and that's fine. I mean like that that's how we but then we have to start building ourselves into one. Yan yung sinasabi ko. Okay. Hindi ko sinasabi um hindi ko naman sinasabi na we have to not shoot threes. I understand that the three is a very important part of the game. Gets ko naman yun. Pero we just aren't the best shooting team lang talaga. You know, and I think when we have realized that, I think we have all understood that, and we just aren't the best shooting team. Yun lang yun. That's not me shitting on any player. That's not me trying to be rude to anybody. That's just currently how our team is built. I don't really know who else is out there who can genuinely um fix the shooting problem. We've talked about we've talked about
We talked
what's
about
his name?
our guys in the previous
Talked about our
episode kung
guys,
sino yung
right?
mga gusto natin na 3-point
Yeah.
shooters.
We've talked about people
Marami rin sa comments blurting
yeah,
out the same players na sinasabi
yes.
natin.
So I'm sure you guys understand who are the proper players or who are real shooters in the PBA. We all know who they are, 'di ba? Pero ayun nga, di naman sa nagmamagaling kami ni Nico who for some the people who say that we are, which I genuinely
Yung reply natin,
Guys, di kami nagmamagaling. We're just saying what we think is true. Okay? And I don't want to be that guy. Pero what we said, in-echo din naman yan ni Coach Tim ah. Coach Tim said the same thing. So, alam naman nila kung saan sila nagkukulang eh. Alam niyo yun.
alam niya rin.
Alam naman nila yun.
Alam nila yun.
Oo, guys. Alam nila yun. So, hindi ko we are just echoing or we're just talking about it right away. What we think needs to improve. Okay, yun lang talaga yun. In my mind, in Nico's mind, or mostly I guess in my mind, but I'm sure Nico agrees, is we need better shooters. Second, we need players who can create their own shot. 'Di ba? We've said it both ways and it's true.
Brownlee only had 8 shot attempts kanina kasi grabe yung ball denial sa kanya. And it's
Truly.
not a matter of tinatamad siya or he's tired. It's more of
Hindi
hindi siya
man.
makatira. Hindi
Oh,
siya
guys,
makatira.
sa totoo lang, medyo mamaw yung defense ng
Grabe.
NZL kanina kay JB ah. Like, yes, JB can create his own shot very easily and all that. But medyo grabe yung defense nila kay JB kanina. Especially, I think yung main guy on him was si Terangi.
Terangi, Terangi.
Si Ruben Terangi,
Ruben
right?
Terangi.
Yeah. Big-bodied guy. Malaki siya.
Long. He's a long wing, no?
Yeah, he's
Kala ko nga
big.
Pinoy eh. The way he looks
Oh,
like, di ba mukha siyang Pinoy eh.
grabe yung kala mo Pinoy. Hindi mo siya Pinoy.
Kala mo
Pero,
Pinoy. No, yung at least yung
eh,
complexity niya. Sabi, oh, Pinoy, parang Pinoy ito ah. Yung mga Phil-Am na lumaki sa California.
he's
Kaya
ano,
wala lang, just a random comment.
parang Samoan type na New
Ay,
Zealand.
pwede, pwede. He doesn't
Yeah.
have that ano eh, like stereotype na Samoan
Oo.
tattoo na hinaharap mo. But yeah,
Gets
Ruben
ko, gets ko.
Tarangi was what
Key.
they
He was
needed.
one of the bigger keys. For
NZ, NZ.
yeah, for New Zealand, tama naman. I
Ah,
was thinking of Samoa. Anyway, he
He
was one of
was
the
some...
bigger he was one of the bigger keys for New Zealand for how they were able to stop JB. JB shooting 8 shots after what he did 2 3 days ago. No
Alam
way.
mong na-scout, alam mong inaral ng
Scout
New Zealand
yan.
yan.
Scouted. And that's the problem with not really having other guys who can really create their shots. That
Oh,
for
by
me.
the way, Mario, shoutout kay Tohi Smith Milner. 25 points. Would you imagine? Naka 25 points si Milner. Parang I thought 15, 16. And then, nung nakita ko ngayon, 25.
Hey
Smith
man,
Milner.
if I'm shooting those if you're shooting that many wide open threes,
Top of the key, no?
you
Ang dami
should
niyang open
shoot.
threes sa top of the key.
Yeah. Guys, you should be shooting 20. You should get 25 points if you're getting that many wide open threes, 'di ba?
5 for 10 siya sa tres. 50%. Tohi
Ew,
Smith
5 for
Milner.
10 is kind of wild.
5
Uh,
for 10 si Milner. And that's just taking advantage of a Junmar being guarded by Junmar, who really is not a perimeter defender. He
Not
just
the
really bring
perimeter
up.
defense. Yes, I mean, again, not us saying na banu si Junmar. Never namin sinasabi na banu si
It's a
Junmar.
matchup thing. Matchup issue
Oo,
to. Hindi to skill.
oo guys.
It's a
Tapos
matchup
gusto ko
issue.
yung may nagsabi sa amin na hindi naman matchup problem si Junmar. Guys, come on. Come on,
Huwag
please.
tayo
Guys,
maglokohan
I'm a
dito.
big Junmar Fajardo fan. Guys, alam kong yan yung pinakamagaling na player sa PBA ngayon. But let's not lie. Wag na yung magsinungaling. He's just it's just natural. It's natural for a guy who is almost 7 feet and who is big to be slow. It's natural. Sinasabi lang namin yung natural realities of him playing center. Yun lang yun. Di namin
Wala,
I don't
na-expose na-expose na matchup niya. Yun lang yun. It's a
yeah,
matchup
yun lang
thing. We're
yun.
not saying
It's a,
na
and he
Junmar.
exposes it on the other end as well. Hinahunt din naman nila Junmar yung smaller players on the other
Maraming
end.
post entries to Junmar in this
Oo.
game.
Yun yung
So
sinasabi.
parang give and take lang. Pros niya, negatives niya.
Exactly. Ang ginagawa ni Junmar sa mga maliliit, ginagawa sa kanya kasi mas mabagal siya. That's how basketball is played. But what we're saying is, may mga ibang tao, like specifically AJ, who can defend pretty well also. I think AJ is a better defender than Junmar. If you tell me
Yeah, yeah.
different,
Kasi
I don't think.
he can defend the
Yeah.
perimeter naman if needed, no?
Yeah, you can't again whenever if people tell me na mas magaling naman why would you parang si AJ nga nasuskoran okay.
Basketball yan.
Basketball yun eh. Pero
Pati naman si
iba yung
Dwight Howard
sinasabi
nagsuskoran
natin.
na. Nung, at
Yeah,
si
guys,
Victor Wembanyama nagsuskoran naman.
nasuskoran naman si wait, guys, nasuskoran like everybody will get scored on once in a while. Ganun, that's how basketball works, right? Pero iba yung hinahanap ka sa mismatch. I'm not saying that Junmar Fajardo shouldn't be in the pool. I know he should be in the pool. Pero there we have to start I think finding a defensive scheme where medyo matatago natin yung kabagalan ni Junmar. And I think that is where Kai Soto comes in, 'di ba? Kasi Kai is that rim protector that Junmar Fajardo is not. That's what he is. He is the rim protector Junmar Fajardo isn't. So with Junmar's struggles of keeping up laterally or whatever, nababawi ni Kai yun kasi Kai can defend at the rim very very well. Yun lang yun. Okay? It's just a matter of the proper scheming of it. Yun lang yun. If there are the proper schemes to the game plan, magagamit silang lahat. Okay? Um, Another point that I want to make, call me whatever, because I will say this because I want to. Thank you for using Kevin Kiambao. I appreciate the use of Kevin. Okay?
Pero parang one quarter lang ginamit. starter si KQ, di ba?
Yeah.
Menes pa kita, Mario, starter si KQ.
Sorry, si KQ, pero
Tapos wala nang follow-up pagkatapos nun. Okay, wala, I guess wala na.
hirap na, guys. We tried it. We tried it. We tried it. We can't be mad at they tried to use Kevin Kiambao. I really think right now medyo hindi pa siya masyadong gamay sa FIBA system. I think
Especially sa defense, may mga few times na nung simula talaga, New Zealand was exposing his defense. So KQ
Mm,
was at least nung 4 minutes na yun, medyo na-expose siya ng New Zealand.
yeah,
At least he was guarding the ano 'di ba? Yung he was on the side sa right wing.
yeah.
They kept attacking through the baseline sa right side. It's like,
Medyo
oof. Mm.
medyo di
Kaya
pa
I'm,
siya
I'm sure
gamay sa
Coach Tim
system.
is like, ah.
Medyo di pa siya gamay. I mean,
Uh,
yun yung we're calling it through. We're just calling it how we see it. Medyo di pa siya gamay sa system. That doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be on the team. I'm sure in the future, once he, I think, gets a little better on that end,
ito yung
and once he
growing
finds
pains.
yung proper role niya, I think kasi what happens is, Kevin Kimbao, when he was in DLSU, and even when he's in Goyang, is allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, tama naman.
Kevin Kiambao is Kevin Kiambao in those places. Pero sa Gilas kasi, under Coach Tim, iba yung sistema, man. You have to play within the Gilas system or within Coach Tim's system. And maybe I think that's where he's having a hard time. Follow up to that is Carl Tamayo, a bit more confident today. I love that for
Oh,
us.
iba-iba yung angas niya ngayon.
Mm.
Iba yung
Okay,
angas ni
and
Carl
the
ngayon.
confidence he had in himself, man, when he finally shot that pull-up three,
Step back pa yun, di ba? It was off a
ah,
dribble eh. Tapos step back siya
bro,
eh. So,
thank
uy.
God, because Carl Tamayo's jump shot for me is super sexy. Okay, like I find it so pretty. So the fact that he was used a bit more today. He was able to get some shots up today was a bit nice for me as well. Calvin Oftana hit threes
Played
today.
better. Played
Yes,
better.
Calvin Oftana hit threes today.
Two
Yes.
out of seven. He was 2 out of 3. Ay, 2 out
Hey
of
man.
7. And a +8.
Yeah.
So, shout
So
out Cavs.
shout out Cavs, man. I think one of even if they lost today, it looked a bit better than it did the other day lang talaga. The other 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Yun lang yun for me. At least I wasn't expecting them to come out of New Zealand with a win. Kasi nga, wala kang Kai, your
It's
team
a
is
more
quite
veteran squad
injured.
ng New
Oo,
NZ.
and this is NZL who are not used to losing and yet they lost to you last time, right? So medyo hungry talaga yung NZL dito. So I wasn't expecting you guys to come out and win the game naman talaga. Then that's fine. So it's just kind of nice for them to they look pretty decent naman today. Yun lang naman yung medyo important for me na they actually ended up looking pretty decent today naman.
Dagdag ko na rin Mario. Shout out to Japet Aguilar no second half. He was actually
Hey,
okay.
yeah.
He was actually
Yeah, he
okay in
was
the
pretty
second half.
hyped. He was pretty hyped. I know what you're talking about.
He
He
was a
was
plus.
pretty hyped today.
Let me check, sorry. Japet Aguilar. Well, 0 + 0 whatever minus. Pero he in our eyes he played well in the second half. Okay si Japs in the second half.
He really did play better, if you ask me. I think he did play better than um I mean he played a good game today. I guess that's how you could say it.
Yeah, all of his 13 minutes were in the second half, which
Ay,
I'm okay with.
starting nga siya ng
Okay
second
ako.
half, di ba?
Yeah, he started the second half. Oh,
Yeah, he started the second half kasi. I think that has something to do with probably the fact nga na
KQ's ano,
KQ
fit
didn't look
pa.
the best yet. Okay. So shout out to Japs. Jamie, they threw you in there for a little bit. But again,
Uh For me, Jamie looks lost, man. Like in 1 minute and 30 na. It's more adjusting pa to the injury eh. Di ba?
bro,
Ano pa yan? Nag-a-adjust pa eh.
sa Hinebra rin naman nag-a-adjust pa siya eh.
Ganyan rin siya sa Inebra eh. So parang wala akong expectation kay Jamie.
Oo.
I expected him to be a DNP. But nung nilagay siya sa role, sabi ko, wala. He's still recovering. He
He's
still
still
needs that.
recovering,
Wala
but
pa
that's
yung
fine.
wind niya eh. Wala pa
Oo.
eh.
I truly believe, okay, ito sabihin ko to. For all those people who think I'm just a fucking hater, which I'm not, guys, believe me.
Hinebraga yan,
Um,
by the way.
kahit
So,
ano. For my true my belief talaga, if I'm being honest, is if Gilas Pilipinas were healthy, as in fully healthy, with a lineup who I think, okay, I'm just gonna name who I think should be in our lineup. Tell me if I miss some people because there is a
what do you mean?
decent.
Like final 12? Are you talking
No,
about our 12?
I mean
Or
like not a final 12, but the 12 who I genuinely think should be the Gilas people. I'm not gonna
in this
give
game
out.
dapat? Okay, okay.
I'm not necessarily in this game, but like just in general, right?
Okay,
I'm
sige. Sino?
I'm just gonna name the people who I genuinely believe are Gilas players or who should be in the Gilas lineup for a fairly longer time, for a good time after this. So for me, first of all, it is I don't really know if you can keep. Let's just say Justin Brown. If Justin Brownlee can maintain this at his age, sure.
Sige,
JB,
Brownlee,
I
okay.
think right now still, siya pa rin yung best import mo sa tingin ko. Okay,
And
as of
si
right now.
Boatwright is recovering
Second,
from an Achilles injury. So,
second is Dwight.
okay.
Right, second is
No-brainer.
Dwight. Okay. Yes. Third is Kai. Fourth is
Nunu.
AJ.
Nunu.
Yeah, four. Kai, AJ, Chris Newsome,
Lima.
Carl Tamayo,
6,
Kevin Kiambao.
7.
Ay, so seven na yun, diba? Sino pa ba? Medyo nagkukulang pa ata ako sa shooter. Um, for me Jordan Heading always has to, for me, has to be a mainstay. Has to be a mainstay. Has to be. Literally has to be a mainstay si
If we're
Jordan
gonna
Heading.
keep it within SMC na rin, Arvin Tolentino, do you think?
Arvin, I would hope so. Uh, if Kai and AJ are there, Junmar Fajardo, okay,
Okay.
Junmar Fajardo. This is my dream lineup for what could have been in this
Ilan
top
tayo? Ilan tayo?
10 na yun. 10 na ata yun. 10 na ata yun.
Oh.
Um, would we say Robert Bolick?
Siya yung
Uh,
shot creator na kailangan mo. Let's be honest. Di
for
ba
me,
sabi
I
mo na
also
kailangan mo ng
think
help ni
that.
JB?
Oo.
Bolik!
I
Pero
do genuinely believe that as
atin
well.
to, personal opinion.
I
Personal
genuinely
opinion.
believe that as well. I think
Berto,
Berto is the one who can um
if JB is denied,
oo.
where's Mr. Suave?
Kasi he can create talaga eh. Like he can
Oo.
genuinely create his own shot talaga. Si Robert. Kasi I think CJ has a hard time creating his own shot eh. I
Although, I would give him a C game a while ago. Okay siya kanina. Oh, okay naman.
I wasn't really able to.
C game.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like
know, I
C.
wasn't really able.
Pwede
I know,
na.
I know. I know what you mean. But then, like, I
Ah.
wasn't really able to fully check up on CJ's game, if I'm being honest. So I can't really give comment on that. But I just don't think, kasi he's been playing well enough to merit that. Oh, I can be the next scorer.
Pero
For the side.
inconsistent. Yun
Uh-oh.
lang.
I don't really know if inconsistent is the right term,
Ano
actually.
ba mo?
Kasi di naman inconsistent siya. It's just that he just lack hindi lang siya kasing skilled, I think, ni
As
Robert in
Berto.
terms of scoring. In terms of scoring lang
And let's not forget, Berto is another floor general. Like, I mean, this guy led the PBA in assists. I mean,
Mm-mm.
maraming haters si Bolik ah. They call him, tatawag siyang buhaya. But the dude led the PBA in assists. And
You can
ako,
actually ask
taga-NLEX ako,
Nico.
kakita ko yan every day. I know Berto's vision. And alam niyo naman, okay, sa NLEX, kanino nyo bibigay yung bola after Bolik?
You can ask
Oh,
Nico. I'm not even the biggest Pollock fan. Ako mismo
bigay.
Ako mismo, di ako masyadong Bollock fan eh. Pero I know what he can bring to the international stage eh.
Yeah,
You need,
ito yung mga games na kailangan mo si Berto na
oo. For
JB
me, yeah. For me,
had
yeah.
only 8 attempts na paghandaan. Why not give it to
Yeah.
Berto, di ba?
Yeah, Beto is fine. Beto should have the opportunity. For me, kasi he is that scorer which Gilas lacks talaga. Eh, I mean, not really scorer, but just playmaking guy. Di naman Jomar Fajardo doesn't necessarily need a score. He just needs somebody to set him up a little bit. Alam mo yun?
And Junmar is
So,
good for 8 to 10 minutes to be honest, di ba? Like, that's how Junmar is most effective. 8 to 15 minutes, 8 to
I mean,
12.
yung bursts. Yung
Yung
bursts.
burst niya,
Yeah, yeah. Yung bursts niya, mga 8 to 10 minutes. But I think he's still
8 to
good for
10, 8 to 10. Yung
he's
burst
still
niya.
good for like 20 minutes a game. Ganun.
Yeah,
Ayun.
pero that's pushing it now. That's with the Kai. If may Kai Soto.
Yeah, with Guy and AJ, yeah. So who do
Pero
we have?
ngayon, we have no choice but to play him 20 to 25 minutes.
So what do we have? We have JB, we have Chris, we have Kai,
Dwight,
AJ, Dwight,
no.
uh Carl
Ay, sabi mo pala,
KQ, Carl KQ,
Heading,
Robert, Heading. Did you say Arvin?
Arvin?
You said
Arvin,
Arvin?
10.
Okay. Arvin, I think is fine. Here, okay. Just merely because alam kong may ibubuga ba siya, diba? Ibubuga.
Ibubuga.
May ibubuga ba siya? Scotty, I think, should still be in your
Yeah,
12.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
think
okay with,
still think
I want Scotty.
I
Mm.
still think Scotty should be in your 12. For the upcoming in this if we were able to pick our players for this game, Scotty is still in your 12. The one another player who I wish could be in Gilas. I'm not sure kasi ano ang
Wish.
status ng
Okay.
kanyang eligibility or whatever.
Who, Q?
It's Mike Phillips. Aside from Q.
Mike.
I would
Yeah.
love Mike, bro.
Wala
I
pa
would
tayong
love
confirmation.
Mike on Gilas Pilipinas. The it would be so fun for me to watch Kai, AJ, Mike, Phillips
Medyo
lineup.
masikip though. Skip lang.
I'm not playing all three at the same time.
Yeah, you're just saying na in the pool.
Yeah,
Like,
in
at
the
least
pool
options.
to
Okay,
have the
okay.
options for all three of them plus QMB. You're not gonna play all four or all even two at the same time. Maybe two max at the same time.
Alam mo, Mario,
Honestly,
like unpopular opinion na. Pero 'di ba so much yung clamor ngayon for QMB? Why not put that effort kaya kay Mike na mas matagal na sa Pilipinas? Kailangan ba siya nandito? Kasi 'di ba
mm,
2021, 22.
kasi I think yung clamor has to. I mean the
Like
ferocity.
QMB is still huge, right? Like 6'10", 6'11".
I
Pero
think it's more of ano eh. Does Mike actually have the documents?
di ko alam. I can't confirm right
Si
now. We have to
Kay Q
ask.
kasi, there has I think been decent proof na he has the documents eh. Diba? So I think that's why people are more in tune kay Q
Confident
or
dun.
mas may pake sila kay sa ginagawa ni Q or if Q can get it because Q is more has a bigger chance, not necessarily bigger chance, pero he supposedly has the documents more than Mike. Mike kasi I'm not sure about his document situation eh.
Ako,
So
asa ko yung mga nag-play na at least 4 years in the Philippines. Di ba may mga ganong ano din, technicalities na if you
yeah,
stay
yeah,
the
yeah.
country
Ah, yung
long,
parang
you
kay
you
ano,
you
parang kay Gadiaga.
Gadiaga na because of
Gadiaga.
how long he has been in the country, minimum years playing, the fact na rin Mike played in the Asian Games pero Asian, di ba? Southeast SEA Games pala, SEA Games pala.
Sige, sige,
Nung
sige.
kinalaban nila in Cambodia. That was hell of an experience. Remember, that was like five
Ah,
imports in Cambodia
nanalo
and
pa rin
they
sila
beat
doon.
them.
Yeah.
BGR was there. So that was a fun team.
But, okay, with the lineup we just laid out, wala pa rin tayo
uh,
shooting eh.
Wala pa rin tayong shoot. Well, mas meron na. May heading, may
Yeah,
Arvin. Pero
pero
would you consider Arvin a knockdown three-point shooter? I mean,
pag
he's a
galit,
better shooter than most of the guys you have right now.
pag galit siya, oo.
Pag, pag may pinapatunayan siya.
Pag may pinapatunayan siya, oo. Pag kalaban niya Hinebra, oo. Mga, so, medyo may kulang pa rin sa shooting in that lineup. Pero, what I'm saying is, wala, in general kasi, we don't really have scoring in Gilas or in the Philippines. We don't really have shooting in the Philippines. It's never really been our strong suit, and I don't think it's gonna be one for a long time.
It was our
If you-
strong suit when
I
we
mean,
had
sorry, when we were
sina...
younger, right?
Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah. So who do you think, college or let's just talk about maybe in college, who do you genuinely think can actually go and become that shooter? I don't really know
Na-U-up
many.
ngayon? Na ilalagay mo
Yeah,
sa
parang
ano?
wala kasing masyadong shooter na the
Well, ito
UAA.
Mason gets a lot of flack, but Mason's main skill is the shooting. So, Coach Tim is
Um,
hoping nga na ma-develop na mabilis si Mason, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Na may
I
size.
mean,
Pero if we're gonna use the term loosely na shooter, Mason. Pero Mason, naglalak pa sa other areas for
yeah,
in the international game.
I
Because
agree.
if Mason gets exposed in the perimeter defense, ano yung use ng three-point shooting niya if he's gonna give three in the other end rin?
Yeah,
So,
I get you.
pero nandun yung potential ni
Naalala ko na.
Mason. I understand why he's in the team. Gets ko.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, because he is, I mean, he is a dead shot. He is really a
Dead
dead
shot talaga.
shot
Dead shot
talaga.
talaga si
Dead
Mace.
shot naman talaga si Nason eh. We're not gonna pretend like he's not, right?
Oo. And nandiyan na
So,
siya sa pool. So, di
yeah.
ba? We know
I
na
remember the
how
guy.
Coach Tim is very
Two
like,
people
gotta
who
stick with my pool.
I remember. I think two people who could be in the pool, who should be in the pool at the very least, are
Shooting?
not just shooting, but in general,
Sino?
are Justin and
Who's Justin?
ano? Baltazar.
Ah, yeah, pero does that solve?
That
Okay,
doesn't
that's
solve the
so
shooting problem. That doesn't solve the shooting
it
problem.
solves the
Again,
perimeter defense problem though. Yung pag-close out,
yeah,
like maybe
but
defense siguro.
what I'm
Oh, well,
saying is that, like,
nira-round off naman natin yung lineup eh. So if we're gonna finish off this lineup, then we're
oh,
building our 12s. Maybe a Baltazar 11th
yeah,
person, 12th guy. Sino isa
yeah,
mo?
I agree.
Justin and who?
Alec Stockton.
Oh yeah, Alex
Yeah, Alec.
Stockton.
Yeah, Alec. I
He
think he
can
deserves.
shoot. He can
Yeah, he
also
can
shoot.
shoot, man. I don't know if he's the dead shot that we're looking for, pero he can shoot the ball.
May
Again,
pagka-bolic light si Alex Stockton
oh
in
hindi,
terms
mas
of
pumapasa.
creating. Light,
Mas
bolic
pumapasa
light.
si ano. Bolik, like I think he ano, I think he doesn't he passes the ball a bit more than Robert.
Bert, Berto passes the ball. Iba lang talaga yung the way people, kasi Berto scores a lot. And he also, well,
I,
he has a high usage rate. Mataas usage rate niya. Yun.
I think I talked about with you I talked to you about this na before. I think it's just more of he just takes some really random shots sometimes, si
He
Robert.
does. Di
He just
ba?
takes some really
We
random.
talked.
I'm just like,
And he has the green light kasi to do that eh.
because who else has the green light to
Who
do it?
else is gonna
Who
shoot
else
that? You
has
gotta
it?
give that to Cyrus?
Guys. Anyway, that's a whole other
Uh,
thing, right? Like, but then,
uh,
point is still the same. Even in Nico and Ice dream lineups, shooting is still not our strong suit. Okay, yun na. I think I don't really know how to say it in the sense na I don't really know how to say it na maybe are we is it just a lack of um skill on the Gilas Pilipinas end or whatever.
it's
Pero
just shooting.
yeah, it's just
Tiwala ko
shooting
sistema
lang.
pa rin. Tiwala pa rin yung
Oh.
sistema, bro. Tiwala ko eh.
I think the system is fine eh. I don't really have many complaints in regard to how our system is played. It's just that we just aren't the best shooters lang talaga. Yun lang talaga yun.
Yun lang
And
talaga yun in this
and
game. Because
that's
we took
cross.
care of the ball. The the
Yeah.
the assist numbers could have been more, pero that comes with not having Kai, that comes with not knocking down our 3-point shots.
Yeah.
So we kind of played a better game talaga compared dun sa Taipei game, but
I
the
do
lack
truly
of
believe
shooting.
much better game compared to the other game, to Chinese Taipei.
And a
Hindi,
majority of
I think people will just say na hindi totoo yun kasi we lost by more. Pero I truly believe if we played this way against Chinese Taipei, baka manalo tayo ng 20. Ano naman 20? Mga
not
10.
mga lima na
Mga
mga
10.
lima naman.
5 to
Mga
10.
5
Mga
to
ganun.
5 to 10, 5 to 10.
Exactly. So we wouldn't
Let's not
be
get carried away.
my bad on that one. 20 is big. But
Five,
yeah,
maybe five, maybe five.
5 to 10, something like that, right? That's just how
Respect to
I
Gadiaga. Respect to Gadiaga and
good. See,
Gilbeck.
how's their score now? I wanna, they're
Ay,
in game.
they have a game ba ngayon? Ah,
They're only
oh
winning by
yeah.
5, ah.
Sino ba kalaban nila? Wait.
Hong Kong.
Ooh, against Hong Kong ah. Five
I mean,
points.
they should win that game, man. They
Sino ba
should.
sa Hong Kong sinaano pa rin?
But si Duncan.
Si Duncan Reid pa rin, hard boy. Duncan
Duncan.
Reid. Uy, Glenn Young's playing for Hong Kong here.
Oh, hey, okay, not bad.
Hey, Glenn Yang. Pero yun na,
Tignan
yeah.
yan.
But
Congrats, bro.
sorry guys, medyo tumagal pa ako.
Yeah. But just to wrap it up, the reason why I'm not or Nico and I are not as mad as we are today about last game is kasi medyo first of all, medyo expected na to. Uh, they came into the game injured, they came into the game lacking shooting, and they came into the game with a hungrier NGL team. So I'm not that surprised with the result. I'm just generally happier with the effort that was showed today, especially in the second half. Yung second half na yun, pre, kayang the what AJ Edu and Chris Newsom did in that second half, and was really nice to see. Okay, yun
Mm-hmm.
yung mga players that deserve talaga maging Gilas player. I don't really care. I know the age thing is something, but whatever, and all that. But their effort today was a lot better. Pero for me, they will only be able to really make the big leaps. They will really make the big leaps once the shooting coincides na talaga. Yun lang talaga yun for me. It will all
Yeah.
then and maybe once they clean up the defense a little bit.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it guys, no? Yung mga nakita namin sa laban ng Gilas up against New Zealand. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, for those on Spotify, follow 5-star rating on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. See you all next time. Nico, Mario here. Peace.